Do you have something inside you that could help other people? Brilliant ideas, knowledge, wisdom? You know it could help many other people and you really want to share it. But there is still something holding you back from sharing it. Maybe you hear a voice that says it's not ready yet. Believe me, I know that so well. I was there for such a long time. I wanted to share, but I was afraid. And there was always this voice telling me, it's not ready yet. You have to tweak it a little bit more. It's not good enough. But what if the thing that you are afraid to share is the exact thing someone needs out there right now? In this video, I want to share with you what helped me to break free from these fears that were holding me back, to silence that voice, and to finally start showing up for yourself and so many other people who need your message right now. For so many years, I had the desire of helping other people by sharing what I have learned in my own healing journey. First, it was yoga, and later, coaching and therapy. And I truly wanted to help and support as many people as possible. But when it came to sharing publicly, I froze. I remember spending one entire week for a single video, for a short video, and then barely sharing it, almost keeping it like a secret because I was so afraid that it wasn't good enough. And before I even shared it, I tweaked it and changed it. I tried to make it perfect, always hearing this voice telling myself, it's not ready yet. And when I finally finished it, I kept it small. So I was almost happy that not many people saw it because there was this big fear of judgment and always like feeling it's not good enough. I was so afraid. And I thought if I could make it better, if I could make it more perfect, way more people could benefit from it. So it took me ages to get out with whatever content piece or whatever I wanted to share. And I remember one day my husband, he looked at me and he said, "You have so much to share and you don't. This is so selfish. I mean, think of all the people you are not helping by trying to make it perfect." We that hurt and that hit. And he was right because I realized that I thought by trying to make it better, by trying to make it perfect, this was for all the people I would like to help. But the truth is, it was absolutely not about them, but it was all about me. It was all about my fear. It was all about my need to feel safe. And it was in that moment when I was trying to make it perfect, I was definitely not thinking of them, these people I want to help, but I was only thinking of myself, my fears, and my need to feel safe. So, although at that moment it was not nice to hear this from my husband, but he was so right. And this changed so much for me. So I started working on that fear and showing up regularly. And that does not mean fear or this inner voice never showed up again. But I found ways that whenever I catch them, whenever I catch myself thinking about me, trying to make it perfect rather than thinking about these people I really want to help, how I can no longer let them lead, let them run the show, but get back the steer and do what I want and not what these fears are dictating me. Just the other day, I had a conversation with a brilliant colleague of mine, and He's just amazing. He has so much knowledge and so much wisdom, and he has written several books. But none of them have ever been shared with anyone, not even the scripts. So when I then asked him why, he said, well, they are not ready yet. Hmm. And I immediately recognized this voice, this sentence, because I've said this so many times to myself. Exactly the same thing. It's not ready yet. But it wasn't about readiness, it's about perfectionism, right? And what's underneath perfectionism? It's always fear. And this colleague, he hadn't let anyone read a single word. He was afraid that he wouldn't be perfect. So I asked him, what's the point of a book if no one ever reads it? And I also told him that I know that place so well. I know that how it is when you always feel you are not ready, needing more, trying to make it more perfect. But what I've learned is this: it's important, when you try to do something, when you work on a project, on a book, or whatever it is for such a long time, sometimes we don't see even what we have created. So I said to him, look, sometimes when we walk up the mountains, it's always a good idea to look where we want to go. He wants to publish these books, he wants to share his wisdom and knowledge. And that's great. So you look up the mountain where you're going, but sometimes it's so important to stop where you are and to look back to see how far you have come, to really understand what you have done, on what you have gained on knowledge, on wisdom. Because we get so used to climbing, reaching, going, doing, that we forget that we've already come a long way. So with my colleague, I offered him a little exercise, and maybe it's one you want to try out too. So how it works is you close your eyes for a moment, and I told him to close his eyes and then imagine going back in time, maybe 3, maybe 5 years ago, and you see yourself there. You see your old self, your past version of yourself. So when you look at this past version, how is he or she feeling? What didn't you know yet? What were you searching for? What did you want to know back then? What did this last version of you want to know? What were you studying? What were you trying so hard to figure out and understand? And then imagine this old version looking at you now and comparing yourself like you are today with this old version. What do you know today that this version didn't know? Do you have more wisdom? Do you have more experience? Have you overcome things that you're still stuck in? Have you created something this old version thought that would never be possible for them? And now imagine handing that version of you your book, your voice, your wisdom, your message, your knowledge. Would this old version benefit from it? Feel supported, inspired by reading this book? Would it help them? And he said yes. Of course, the answer is always yes. And here's this beautiful truth: so many people out there are at the point where this past version of you is. or maybe not even there. And they need what you already carry now. They need it now, as it is, from you, how you are, where you are. So I did this little exercise with him and we had this beautiful conversation. And the next time I saw him again, he said that our conversation had touched him so much and he started rethinking everything and he sent me the first chapter of his book. So he's finally sharing his voice, but not because it's perfect, but because it's needed. And he understood what was going on. So he was trapped just in a story, trapped from a voice, trapped from fears. But now he's starting to get outside, to share his wisdom, to share his knowledge. Because really, what's the point of having a book if you don't share it? What's the point of having so much wisdom and knowledge within you, which all of you have because you have life experience? Share it. So if you are working on something, but you're holding back a podcast, a book, a project, maybe a post, a letter, a dream, whatever it is, you still try to make it perfect. Really stop for a moment and ask, are you thinking right now about yourself, your own fears? Are you worried about rejection, how you look like, how it will be received? Are you thinking about yourself? Or are you thinking about all these people who could be helped by your voice? This is something I still ask myself always when this voice wants to sneak in back and I think or I catch myself by trying to make something perfect, then I stop and ask, is it about me or is it about them? And every time I do that, the fear disappears and I focus on what I want. And that's helping as many people as possible. And I know you want the same. So do it. Don't wait for it to be perfect because the truth is, you are ready and you are ready right now. People need your message, people need your voice, people need what's inside of you. So share it with them. It doesn't have to be perfect. Let it just be you. And by the way, when it's perfect, no one will understand because no one understands perfect, but they understand you when it comes from your heart. If this video spoke to you, then feel free to share it with someone who might benefit from it. Subscribe if you want to stay connected, and please like it to support my channel. And if you need any support, let me know. I'm here for you. I'm sending you so much love.